Hey, what's up, y'all? Another episode of Dooley Harris Presents. Today is a very somber episode. My heart goes out to Toledo, Ohio. Um, Unfortunate, a young girl was found in a vacant home. Dad charged with the crime. This is all information, public information. I'm not making any assumptions or anything, but had a standoff with a SWAT team in Columbus, Ohio. Got shot. The grandmother was arrested. It looks like a mess so far, but I'm gonna just try to stick to the basics on this episode about a human life, a innocent human life lost about this on this episode. I got my favorite guest panelist, Ashley here. She has a unique, I wouldn't say unique, it's a broad outlook that we all should think about though. So if you catch me listening more so this episode, I'm just soaking everything up as well.
Yeah, because that's crazy. Is it's getting out of control, man. It's too much. It's way too much. And they say you don't really understand the situation, or you don't really feel um you don't really have feelings unless something hits home. And I'm not gonna say I was closely related to the girl or anything like that, but what I will say is I was privileged to, you know, be a part of this young lady's life in a very small way, with just her attending the public community pools. I was a lifeguard there, and I taught her how to swim. But it wasn't my daughter or my son, or anybody that I knew closely personally, but it did hit home because Toledo, that is my home. And when I worked at the pool, I invested myself into it and I gave it what I could. I didn't get the chance to get to know everyone individually and personally, because if I had have known anything, I would have definitely done something. But that's not where I want to go with this. But what I'm saying is sometimes we don't take things seriously until it hits home. And in this situation, we really need to pause on all the judgment. We don't know who did it. And you're not a lawyer, you're not a judge, and you're not an investigator, and you're not an inspector, you're not the coroner. You're just a person sitting on the sideline looking at a situation from the outside. We don't know how those family members who did care for her in the appropriate way feel right now. And y'all got it everywhere. They can't even catch a break right now using their phone on social media to scroll and get their mind off of things because y'all got it posted every fucking where. We're
Yeah,
not thinking about each other. We just being numb to the fact that people are dying every day. This is a situation that's occurring everywhere. Maybe in a home that you live next door to. We never know. But this is a wake up call.
absolutely. I believe so. There's layers to things. Like I agree with you saying like we're not police officers, detectives, but we got those internet detectives and this and that and theorists and everything. My main thing is, I want to see what could we do. Like, I mean, just thinking about where do we go from here in that same aspect of how
Where do we
this
go from
happened.
here?
Yeah,
We listen to our kids. We put our phones down. Okay? We put our side activities to the side. We raise our fucking kids because this is the result of not raising our kids. Even the dad, he wasn't raised properly. He wasn't given the attention that he required as the young boy with his DNA and the things that he needed to be successful. He was on the wrong track, obviously. He did some very, 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 very monstrous things to his daughter. But again, like I always say, he ain't the only one. He not the only one. So what I want to say to the world is, I want to tell the world, Get yourself in check. Make sure that if you're a parent, you parenting. Don't just take the fucking title of a parent and not be parenting. Do your best. I know you can't do it all. We're not all given the spoon to be able to do it all at one time. But do
Absolutely.
what you can. And what you can do is raise your children. Once you have children, your life is put to the side. It's on pause. Not all the way, not fully, but the things that you might want to do and indulge in, you might not be able to do because you got to raise your kids. They might have a soccer game, a basketball game, cheer, whatever it is that they got going on. They got to get to work. They got to get to school. They need transportation. Put that shit on pause that you need to do for yourself, which ain't even going to value nothing, and put it into your kids so they can value you when you get old and fucking can't do shit for yourself too. Because they your kids. You love them, they gonna love you. You teach them, they're gonna appreciate that. These kids not appreciating shit from their parents around the world because they not being taught nothing from their parents. Nothing valuable. They might be taught the street shit. They might be taught what's popular. Might be taught what's in the trend.
Yeah, but what about the life lessons and stuff like that?
But what
That's
about
gonna
that?
carry you.
Because the thing about it is, once they get to a situation where they need that lesson, because it's gonna come, because it's a life lesson. It's gonna be something that they're gonna experience and they're gonna go through, and they're gonna need a little bit of guidance or a little bit of mentorship, wisdom, some sort of voice in their head popping up when they in that situation, saying, "This is how you handle this." Remember, I told you these kids don't have that. That's why they don't have respect. They don't have respect because you're not giving them nothing to respect. It's the same shit. You gonna give respect to a man or a female because you want something done? The kids are expecting the same fucking thing. They just asking for it in a whole fucking different way.
That's
I work
understood.
with the intellectually disabled community, y'all. Okay? They can't verbally tell me what's going on with them. Some of them. Okay? I'm not saying no specific names, so I'm good. I'm in the clear.
Gotcha.
I have to figure out what's wrong with them. Do you know how hard that is? Sometimes at a very grown age.
Yeah,
But this is what is going on. Our kids are non-verbally telling us that they are hurting. They're communicating with their actions through their actions. Y'all gotta wake up.
no, I mean I get this. I understand this. I mean I'm not father of the year or anything like that, but I
Me
mean,
either.
but it's something to pay attention to, especially when you have children around that age too. And and it's a dilemma. I truly have a dilemma. How long and how much can I shelter my children
I
from
don't.
from
I don't. I don't. I don't. And I might be fucked up for that. And hey, guess what? My kids don't miss a beat. And I'm sorry. It might be fucked up, but guess what? My kids are resilient. They gonna know how to deal with whatever they got coming for them. Whatever God got planned for them in the future, I done been through enough. They mother. I didn't hide nothing. I'm not gonna hide anything.
understood. And I agree, but you and I both know that some people didn't make it.
Some people did not make it, but here is why I get on this thing with my friend here. Because those some people that didn't make it didn't know that they could. They didn't have that support or that I told y'all about, about this thing last time we was talking. And that's that internal conversation that you have. Once that is trained and programmed to be negative, baby, only all you gonna produce is negativity. Everything. Somebody can call you and tell you, hey, Dooley, I got a check for you. 1,000, a million, a big ass amount, it don't matter. whatever you want. You, because you've been training yourself and your conversation with yourself has been negative, you're going to automatically be like, it's some sort of scam. Ain't no fucking way I got a check for $1 million. And first of all, no, ain't no way. Ain't no
No,
way.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I say affirmations. I pray. And those type of situations happened to me before, to where I was like, you know what, I could be negative, but I'm getting stuff
You
in the
don't.
mail that's unfathomable. Like, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if I had that state of mind, I would have missed out on a lot.
Exactly. But that's the thing. You didn't have that state of mind. Your internal conversation with yourself was positive. You was able to at least pull yourself out of that negativity, you know? But without practice of having that positivity in there in the mix somewhere, you wouldn't be able to pull yourself out fully. To be able to manifest the things that you were affirming through your affirmations, right?
And I also want to say this too: being that person, being that guy, being that woman, you got to save face. You know, you got to realize once again, like, you're a human. You
Humans
go
make
through,
mistakes.
yeah, you go through the same thing, but I feel like this. If I'm going through it, I definitely know how to deal with it and what to tell you about it. You know,
No, no, no. I told y'all last episode too. If I'm going through it, I don't know how to get through it. I don't know. I can't tell you script to script how I'm getting through it because I follow my God and I follow his lead and I have faith in him. So that's why I have to sometimes get through my experience to be able to come back and be like, okay, whew, I made it. But this is what happened. This is what transpired while I was going through it. But this is ultimately how I got through it, y'all. This is how it worked for me. And this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what was successful for me. I don't like getting into situations to where I'm halfway in it, right? Oh, I got into this situation, um, but this happened. So now I'm trying to figure out this. No. Half-ass stories, even if you try to halfway teach somebody anything, it's gonna get you a half-ass result.
swear to God, look, I had my training with that. I learned my lesson tenfold with that. So you ain't speaking nothing but the truth, and I can elaborate. You
Please
know,
do. Please do.
half-ass doing shit, you're gonna get half-ass results. If I
You're gonna
need
be going
somebody,
back doing it again.
and then if they get being shipped off somewhere, that's a reflection of you half-assing it.
Yep.
You
Oh,
know,
where you work? What's your references? Oh, they got you up there as a reference too? Oh, bad.
yeah, because I mean, being my time being, I'm tenured. I'm the most. I'm this. I'm that. I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to. That's a lot of pressure in itself. Being human,
Yep.
you know.
But
But
see, remember Dooley though? Remember when we first started? We talked about expectations.
yeah, we did.
And that's why I was telling people like you gotta let expectations go. Because see, the trick of the devil is just to get you off track. Right? And I won't even acknowledge him as being that, but I'll just say the negative powers that be,
Hmm.
right? The negative powers that be know that if they throw a wrench in your whole ordeal, then it'll throw you off track. No, no.
Thing is a repetition. I mean, give me 25 years or something. You know.
Expectations got to be out the door because everybody is not going to give you what you're expecting.
Know what I'm saying?
I
Like
mean,
being there in a predicament, certain predicaments, I'm good at, but I fall short on the most simplest stuff though.
maybe it's some detail that you got to pay attention to.
That's exactly what it is. That's what I'm working on now.
That's all that means. And that's okay because we're what? We're
Human.
human.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm being transparent. Like, I mean,
Right?
it's things that a lot of us need to check ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Don't look around.
Yeah. That's why people hate me though, for real, I think. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me. What somebody else eat don't make me shit, number one. And number two,
Uh-huh.
whatever money you got, whatever money somebody else got coming in, it ain't going to my bank account. I
Exactly.
don't give a fuck. So, dang, I just said what I say earlier, Dooley. I said I don't want to curse and all of that.
No,
But you
no,
know
no.
what?
I was counting between you were doing good. Then it piled up all of a sudden, but you caught it. I didn't catch it.
Right, okay, but I caught it though.
Yeah, you caught it. Because I'm like,
Look,
oh, she's really speaking with conviction how she feels. And honesty
you
and
know, that's what it
intelligence,
is.
that's what I mean.
That's what it is. I'm passionate about what I'm saying, man. Like, and nobody else should care about what somebody else think about them too, because they're not putting in the effort into your life like you are.
Yeah, but the thing is though, people are not that emotionally intelligent yet. And it happens at various and different times in their life to when they realize that. Sooner
And
than better.
that's why we're here again telling you guys that emotional intelligence is one of those tools that is very important, but they forgot to tell us about. Be unfuckwittable. Unfuckwittable means you could do what you need to do and not have to worry about nothing. Nothing.
Absolutely. If you go by with your beliefs and everything, you're gonna be all right. Thing is though, it's good people in the midst of chaos. That's the
Yep.
sad part.
And y'all cannot allow people to control you. Y'all see, you got to understand the media, I'll just say the media. I'll just stick with that. It is there to control you. And I say media because media sums up a lot of things. That's the movies, that's the music, that's the concerts, that's all everything that's in front of you publicly.
And that's pretty much telling you to your face that's okay. Even though if your moral compass does not agree with it, you're gonna look around like, is this what y'all doing?
And right,
You,
even the
you
news. The news is the media too, which is a big part
absolutely
of the control and the influencing and the persuasion tactics that the government has. And y'all
agreed.
have to pay attention. Y'all notice y'all time fees, like once this thing happened to this little girl, like um a lot of other things that were similar started to pop up. It is designed to distract you from what you are supposed to be doing.
I promise you, you're 1,000,000% right and correct. But I feel personally, people gonna come together because it's more stuff. Okay, we did this, we got this going. What about this, and what about that? And then people, I think it's more positivity coming from this situation than anything.
I pray, I pray that that is what happens. But I'm telling everybody who is standing in that, be strong and stand firm because people are close knitted. They will try to deter you from doing what is right, which is what you guys are doing, standing up for the justice that's needed, right? But in doing so, they will try everything they can to make it seem like they are not in the wrong. So it's important to stand firm. Stand firm. Know the fucking amendments. Know your rights. Know the law when you're out here protesting and doing those things. You know your rights. And let's not be ignorant because we cannot be heard if we are continuously being ignorant and bashing the people that ultimately we rely on for our security and protection. The police, the detectives, the coroners, the investigators, the um, all of those people, all those individuals, all those different entities that are involved, and we need to pray. We need to pray for those people too, because we need to pray that they do the right things. We need to pray that they make the right decisions. Because a lot of times we see some things like this happen and they just get they get let loose for whatever reason, because the cop didn't read them the Miranda rights in the beginning when they arrested them, or however it goes. There's always some sort of loophole that lets people be free when really they, you know.
Oh, that's definitely true.
So we need to pray that everybody's hearts are in the right places. One thing I want to say too, um, I think this probably should be the last thing that I say because I don't want to, like overrun it. I know I don't want to offend anyone who may be listening that may be close to the situation or closer to the situation, however we may look at it. And you might be listening to this as a relief because you listen to it every week and it's motivating and it's inspirational and those things. So I just don't want to be so like sad bombed with everything. As a mother who lost a child, I know it was very irritating for me when I was trying to look for an outlet and I couldn't because my son was posted every fucking where and I couldn't get a break. So I definitely understand. Um, but I really want everybody to just pray for the people involved. And I want people to be aware that this is not an angry, let's beat each other up situation. This is a let's try to understand what everybody is going through.
And it
And I
should
only
be
say
definitely
that,
eye opening. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm sorry. And I only say that because some of the comments underneath, which I know a lot of the people who are going through this probably are reading them. Um, they're pretty violent, and see, violence got us in this situation in the first place. So we need to be more compassionate and understanding, not judgmental, but let's be curious. What the fuck was this man thinking? What was this family thinking? What were they going through? So maybe that way we can recognize it in the future and say, "Hey, man, I don't know. You need some mental health. Like you need to go to the doctor, bro, because you ain't doing right." Because I'm sure he had friends. We need real people. We need real people to stand up for what's real. We need people to stand up for what's wrong and say it. Just like these children need to speak up too. If something is going on, they gotta speak up. Be that adult that these kids can come to and talk to. Because we don't have many people out there that these kids feel safe with even going to talk to. Be that adult though. Be that outlet. Listen, let's put our phones down. Let's put them down. It ain't worth it.
Understood. And at the same time, it's still heartbreaking to even see this type of thing happening.
Absolutely, it is. It's heartbreaking to see this type of thing allowed. But I think we should save that for the next episode because again, I didn't want to like drag it out.
Yeah,
But
and I'm still processing. I'm listening though, like I'm a fly on the wall, but I'm enjoying this stuff. Getting some insight.
we need to hold our city accountable. There's a teacher that's online, and she said that she tried to report certain situations to CPS, and CPS did not respond. You know, so what the fuck is going on there?
Which is crazy because when females beefing or whatever, they're calling quick. They be there right on the spot, right on
Right on the
time.
spot. Oh, this girl house dirty, whatever, whatever. They be right there. But see, that's why I also said earlier too. I was speaking to an old friend of mine, and I was like, that just tells me that Toledo's priorities, they're out of line. They got their priorities out of line, because if y'all pulling over motherfuckers for speeding tickets and y'all ain't got these type of situations, dealt with, you're not doing right. That's not right.
I
We
think
should
this is
be.
going to be a learning experience for every level.
Nah, Trump need to take his ass to Toledo and take Elon with him, with that fucking efficiency ass program that they just created in the federal government, and see how efficient CPS is running in Toledo, Ohio. That's what I believe. They're gonna
Yeah,
to everybody else. Go to
it's
the
tough
state
though.
workers.
It's tough. It's tough, man, because he dismantling a lot of stuff. I think he just wakes up and be like, let's do away with this to save some money.
Well, I ain't saying do away. Like the federal workers, they gotta submit a letter every week saying what they've completed and accomplished within that week. Have the CPS and state workers do the same fucking thing.
I have to do the same thing. So I'm not above that. I agree 1,000%.
They won't make it happen though, because they know what's going on. That's where the dirty work happens, in the state levels. I know that shit is federal.
He cutting on all levels.
He is cutting on all levels, but he not diving deep into the state levels though.
Well,
I'm
every
talking about the
state.
state. You know, you got federal workers and then you got state workers,
Mm-hmm.
the city workers, the city workers too. And so, what I'm saying is, people need to wake up, man. Seriously, because they are like they getting away with so much. It's written in the fucking law now. They got it down packed so much and be getting away with so much that it's in the law. Just like we not considered to be 100% human beings. And y'all ain't hear it from me, but that's the way y'all can get off with everything that y'all get on in them places where they try to shut your life down. You could claim that. I'm not 100% human, so I didn't know. I
And
probably
then no,
shouldn't be.
they hit us with the
I
ignorance
probably
is
shouldn't be saying that.
no, because they're gonna hit us with ignorance is no excuse.
No, because if no, no, you need to know. Verbiage is everything. Terminology is everything. Just like they hit us with, oh no, they wasn't slaves. They was indigenous persons. What? They just switched it up. Indigenous people.
They can call it what they want, but I feel like we should call it what it is.
How we know slave was even the first name for that shit though? They change the books every year.
Well, yeah, indentured servants. That's what they said. Slave
What
is
I
more
say? Indigenous service. I said it wrong
indentured.
too.
Yeah, indentured servants. Yeah, that's what they said. You work for me for whatever wage I might provide. If it's unfair, you're a slave.
Well,
I'm just
I feel
saying.
like,
Look, I'm unpacking right now. I'm unpacking literally, mentally. Like, okay, we gonna get to it in the beginning because it's so much stuff going on, and it's gonna be different. I promise you. Next episode is gonna be more things that we did not know
why everybody being so quiet though?
because everybody feel a sense of guilt.
But like me, right? I would rather admit, or let me back up. I would rather not commit the crime because of the heaviness that it will, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit weighs on you in your life.
It does. That's what I'm saying. It does absolutely.
So why choose that route? Choose a different route. Choose a different route, y'all. Like, I know it could be hard. I know it could be challenging. I know like they might be testing your gangster. But choose the other route. Walk away. Choose to, like, not indulge in that negativity. Because that shit ain't worth it. It's not even paying you. It's not doing anything for you. It's just really devaluing your worth, like your character. And I told y'all last episode, don't throw gold away. That's what you're doing if you indulge into that negativity. Throwing gold away. You no longer have a value because we can't put you to use.
And by the way, I must say that mug's still going. That last episode still going. I can imagine this for this one, man.
And I'm glad that we got this opportunity, man, because people need to hear it. They need to know it. That shit ain't just going on in Toledo. It's going on everywhere, which is why I'm telling y'all we need to be compassionate. Open up your hearts.
We have a
Open
similar
your
case where I'm at too, which I'm so proud of Toledo because y'all got together and y'all figured something out. Something came from something. Right now, same situation happening, but kind of different. But nobody pulling through. Nobody saying nothing or anything like that. So
I'm mad at Toledo because of how they make us look. Toledo make us look like pathetic shit. And I'm just being honest. When that little girl first came up missing, and here we go again talking about it again because this is that impactful. These are the examples that need to be pointed out to show the fakeness in that place. The little girl was being searched for how long? How many videos was put out on the search party? But as soon as you find something, she located, everybody pop up. No, no. Y'all bored. Y'all ain't got shit to do. Y'all ain't got no lives. Y'all need to find something to do. Get in the gym. Do some practicing with affirming things in your life.
absolutely,
Do some mindfulness activities to advance yourself from where you are in a new environment. Because what y'all have spurring up and what y'all got going on down there ain't nothing good. It's nothing good. And we gotta come together and link up arm to arm, leg to leg on each side to build our communities up, then that's what we need to do. But we need to stop being fake. That's being fake. Y'all talk about being fake all the time. Come on now. Let's be real. Let's be real about the situation and let's understand the compassion that's needed, not judgment. Let the people who's qualified to do those things. And please excuse my children in the background. They about to go on vacation and they still up tonight because they excited. But I told them they need to be quiet. They just keep doing it. I'm sorry, y'all.
man. It's like the night before Christmas. Come on now.
But I'm like, y'all, I told y'all I was recording tonight, guys. Y'all need to be quiet.
And then as soon as you're able, we're gonna do a part two. Thank
Yes,
you. Thank
yes.
you for this one. I mean, like I said, I had to sit and be a fly on the room, on the wall. I'm sorry.
Hey,
But
y'all. Remember that peace, love, and happiness is important in your life. Sometimes you gotta get a little structure check, and that's okay. Don't be a know-it-all. Be open to learn. You learn something every day. And if you learning something every day, you good to go.
and that's my whole thing, man. Like I got a lot to unpack after this, though. You know what I'm saying? Taking time out of my life to put something out there for people to be aware of. I ain't even began with me yet, you know.
I get it.
But I mean,
I haven't even began with me. Like I started talking about some things, but I had cut off because my heart is just not there. It ain't about me right now. It's about the people that's hurting.
that's
It's
what
about
I'm.
those people that's going through something right now because I'm still here. I'm okay. And I can just feel the rage that those people who did care for the baby girl. There's rage. Y'all don't please, 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 please. Do not indulge in things that will not bring you a return. And you trying to fight that thing on your own with that rage, it's not gonna help anything. It's only gonna make things worse. So my prayers, my love, everything that you know, I could do if there's anything that I can do, but everything in my mind that I can do, I'm doing, which is praying and, you know, sending that compassion and love your way. Y'all send something to my son too, because he about to go down in a minute.
Man, this has been a real one. I got better ideas for next one, but I don't want to be the numb one, but just absorbing everything for what it is, it's kind of hard. So I'm gonna say till next time. I'll be better mentally prepared for episode. And it's been wonderful.
Yeah. Prayers up, man. Prayers up.